Yo, what's good, boys? We are back at it again with another MLB The Show 25 video for you guys. In today's video, we are going over all of the new content that came out today. So we got the Prime Series, we got Spotlight, which I think they're doing a better job of making the Spotlights and the Tops Now cards more usable at this point. We got a new Chase card, as well as we've got some stuff that I've been getting a lot of questions about, like in terms of the Sammy Sosa that's about to come out. As well as schemes, which has already came out. So we're going to answer all of that here. Hopefully you guys enjoy the content. Let's hop into it. So first card, Jose Soriano, A tier. Like if you just need another outlier sinker guy, he can do that. Speed differentials aren't great. It's nice that he has a splitter. You'd probably prefer like a more Dustin May type pitch mix out of him. Give him a cutter, something like that. But he's all right. He is just a long way off of you pulling Brooks Lee, who is insane. But we'll get to him here in a second. Christian Moore, probably like C tier. I think C tier is just kind of the baseline for these Tops Now cards. He's got really good swing. And if he was like the 95 overall, who knows? We could be talking about a really good card. But yeah, pretty crazy week, and that card's just, it's fine. It's whatever. Same for Brady House. Finally, he's up. Feel like I've been hearing about Brady House for years as a prospect. So it's nice that he's up and having some success. Don't really know what his swing looks like. I feel like he's not a guy who's gotten like Future Stars cards at all. Paul Skeens, B tier. I can't tell you how many times I've been asked in the live, how good's Paul Skeens? The answer is not very, but like if you are just somebody that's on All-Star and you need somebody with outlier, and he's like your fifth starter, or if you're like a legend guy that's just gonna min-max him and just spam away like slider slurves the entire game, then he's there. But the downside of that is you're probably seeing a bunch of switch hitters anyway. So it's just B tier for me. Not good, not bad, just in the middle. Brooks Lee, S tier. Bro, what is this card? What is this card? He's insane. I don't even feel like he did that much this. I know he hit like a home run. Batted 333 with 12 RBI during a 19-game streak. And they decided that is worth this. So he's close. I mean, him and Willie Castro probably have the same power after you like aggregate these two together. Max Clutch, I mean, dude, this is just a crazy card. Like, he's not the defender that Willie Castro is, but he has secondaries of second and third. So this is a pretty crazy card. You know, a card like this comes out and it's like, why would I ever run Ian Happ at like DH or anything? You can just run Brooks Lee. So he's an insane card. Everybody will be looking forward to hitting him out of their Spotlight pack. This guy, I think his name's like Braxton Fullerton, D tier. You know, if you just want a righty catcher that can kind of hit, there's a lot of them out there. He's another one of them. So same for Logan O'Hoppe. I hate his swing. Like, it feels like he swings just straight rebar. So he's not awesome in that regard. But if you're just like doing a new account, or if you're new to the game, then these two are out here and they're pretty much free because they're either quick sell or they are in the Spotlight path. Jim Cat, first Prime card. Don't know how he snuck ahead of a lot of the other ones, but C tier. Like at the start of the year, a lot of people were gassing him. He's just like a screwball guy with a slider primary, so he can kind of dot the slider a good amount. So there's that, but I mean, just per nines and stuff, and his actual pitch mix, when you break it down, not that good. Charlie Morton, I'm between B and A. He's actually got a really good pitch mix that I don't mind. I gotta check and see if he has a cutter or not. I don't think he does. I miss the old days where you could just pull up the cards from the tier list. That was nice. So he does have a cutter. So I think he's like A tier. Speed differentials, you know, you got to worry about a little bit with him. I think this is a card that you're going to have to put parallels on to really see, because I think he tops out like 96. So if you can get him like super fractured and he's consistently throwing like 98 for you, I think that makes this card a lot better. But he's fine. Mike Cameron, jack of all trades, master of none. I think he's got like 100 contact against one side, and other than that, it's like all 85 everything. 85 fielding, 85 power, 85 speed. So he's like, he's a card that's decent at a lot of stuff, but just not ever going to be above average at anything really. Nolan, A tier. This may vary. It depends on how much you like his swing. He's actually got some good quirks this year. He's got like breaking ball hitter. I just think most people have like Scott Rowland or just other righties I'd probably rather run. But I mean, for a free card, I would be fine. Yeah, okay. He's decidedly better than probably Jose Soriano and Morton, I would say. These are just like solid cards. These are like actual good cards that you might actually want to put on your team. Trey Turner goes to the top of that list. A guy that I was saying needs a card for a while now. He got one. You would probably like to see him be min-maxed a little more. You know, give him like 94, 95 speed, so you can give him maybe 80 power, right? Would be nice. But I mean, this card just mashes. You're going to be seeing lefties most of the time anyway. Just an absolute stud. He's actually a second baseman, which I think is a better spot for him to have as a primary, because you got guys like Willie Castro and stuff at shortstop. So Sammy Sosa, I think seeing 95, I forget what overall he is. A lot of people have asked me what I think of him. I think he's like a right-handed version of the Bryce Harper that a lot of people are running, where he's not going to be great defensively out there, but he's got a pretty good swing for most people, as well as he's got like really good quirks. Most people really enjoy his swing. His stats are pretty inoffensive. It's like 100 contact, max power. So should be a pretty good card. Will not be like my favorite right fielder by far, especially because we got like this new Berkman today, that we'll go over here in a sec, but pretty solid. Jesse Chavez, B tier. Should be solid, but definitely not going to be great. It's just basically his BR card kind of scaled up, where he's going to struggle with velo, has a really good pitch mix, nothing crazy. Aparicio, need I say more? I will pull his stats up just in case they did anything insane with him. Usually a White Sox card, so it's interesting that he's an Oriole here. And yeah, he is who we thought he is. A defensive, fast shortstop that can't hit for any power whatsoever. I'm actually going to give him F tier, because you could just still run Ozzie Smith if that's what you want out of a shortstop, and then he would at least be a switch hitter. Kipnis, I just put him here because he's in the collection, so maybe some people will be doing the AL Central to help out their prime collection. I think he's just B tier at this point. It's probably not where I would want a lefty in my lineup, and I think his stats have definitely fallen behind by quite a bit, but he's here. Robin Roberts, kind of funky, kind of slept on. Sometimes he just throws really hard for some reason, but his pitch mix is just not great. So he's got that working against him. Any Howell card that doesn't have outlier is trash by default. So unfortunate for my Tigers team out there, but not really gonna be a great card. Rizal, never one of my choice relievers. Anytime there's like a good Rizal, I just don't find him to be that good. But this should be a fine card. Bill Maz, always a bad card. I'd rather run the free Christian Moore that we got over him, to be honest. Tommy Pham always has a absolutely disgusting swing in game. If you can get along with his swing, then he's gonna be pretty solid with the stats that he has. But for me, it's a no for me, dog. Veritek. Yeah. Is he S tier? I mean, he's just like a better version of Grandal, in my opinion. He's just like a better contact Grandal. He's got some good quirks. The power isn't great, but it's also not really bad. So really solid card here. I don't know if he deserves S tier, but I think he is decidedly better than all of these cards in A tier. Michael Young, always just not like a bad defensive, pure contact hitting shortstop that also doesn't have great power. He does have a good swing. He's usually got some okay quirks, but that's not saving him from just not being a good card. Salvi Perez, just a better like righty catcher if you want one. I know there is people that really enjoy his swing, but I've never really been one. Richie, he is the program completion reward. And he's not bad. He's fine. Like 93, 93, 101, 106, 97 clutch. It's just like, this reminds me a lot of like one of the what's it called, cornerstone programs. Like, it reminds me of one of those cards where it's like, yeah, the start of the season this would have been a really decent card. Now it's just like, honestly, I'm gonna be harsh, I'm putting him B tier. I don't think anybody should be using them. I think Terry Pendleton's better. The return of Terry Pendleton. It's a more serviceable version of Terry. It's, 70, 75, still pretty rough. But, at least he actually has like max contact, max clutch. He's not a bad fielder. He's faster on this card. So I think he's all right. He's all right. I think Brooks Lee's way better at third base. I think Nolan's way better at third base. Maybe I'm talking myself into B tier. It depends on his price. If he's insane, because I'm pretty sure he is a pack card. If he's insane price, then that probably brings his value down. But if he's like a good budget card, then I'd be here for it. Kinsler A tier, just because he came out the same time as like a chase card, Trey, which is 100% a better card. But I think Ian Kinsler's a really slept on card. He's just been kind of waiting for a card like this. Where he's actually got some okay power, got some okay clutch. He's pretty fast. His swing is really nice. I do enjoy his swing. He's got some okay quirks. So he's not bad. He's definitely not a bad card by any means, but it's hard to be S tier unless you're like Trey Turner level or like a switch hitter like Brooks Lee. So it's kind of tough. And then you got Berkman, who is probably, he's a top 3 card that came out today. I think that your order may vary. I'm going to have to use his swing a little personally for myself before I can really decide, because I did not use the BR one at the start of the year. But you look at him, and he's just like an outfield Candelaria is how I would compare him. 100, 110, 80, 105, 109 clutch. Not great defensively, but also not bad. If you end up using this card enough to superfractor him, you're getting 70 speed with 75 reaction, or actually 80, because he's a primary right fielder, and that's a pretty weak spot right now. Has first pitch hitter, has dead red, has breaking ball. That's all I need to see. I think he should be an absolute stud, and looks like one of the better set collection rewards I think we've gotten in a little while. So hopefully you guys enjoyed. If you did, leave a like, subscribe, all that. Till next time, peace.